All right, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going deep on something that used to only exist in science fiction,
Yeah,
but it's becoming more and more a part of all of our lives every day.
it really is.
We're talking about human AI companionship.
Oh,
I mean, think about it. HAL 9000 back in 2001, a space odyssey, or even, a bit more recent, more nuanced, the AI relationships in Her.
right.
Back then, it felt
Yeah,
like, it felt so
yeah, it
what?
felt so far away.
It did.
They-
But you know what? Here we are.
There we are.
And things have changed so much. The progress in natural language processing and machine learning
Yeah.
and, what they're calling emotional AI these days,
Mhm.
it has brought us to this place where we've got AI companions that you can actually buy
I know, it's why.
that can talk to you, that can offer different kinds of support
Right.
and even can adapt to what you need and what you like.
It's crazy.
Absolutely remarkable.
And just to kind of illustrate this for everybody, let's listen to a quick little interaction here.
This is what we're talking about. AI voice synthesized. Hello. How you feeling today? Okay. So that's just a little snippet,
Yeah,
but it gives you an idea of the kind of back and forth that we're seeing.
exactly.
And so this leads to a pretty big question,
Huge question.
What are the details?
Yeah.
What are the intricacies of forming these kinds of relationships
Right.
with artificial intelligence?
Yeah.
That's what we're here to get into today.
It is, and it's a really interesting area, so many possibilities, but also we need to think carefully
Right.
about what it all means for us as people
Sure.
and for society in general. So to really get it, we need to understand what's driving all of this, what's pushing this forward,
Yeah.
and what these AI companions actually do, what they offer.
So let's unpack that a bit. Like, what are the main things pushing this whole thing forward?
Okay.
Because it's got to be more than just the tech getting better, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Of course, the AI getting so much more sophisticated is the basis of everything. I mean, the fact that these systems can now understand and generate human language so fluently, it's remarkable.
It's mind-blowing.
It really is. And that's partly because of these advancements like transformer networks and natural language processing.
Right.
But there's a big human side to this too. It's not just about the technology itself.
So, like, what specifically, what are some of the human elements that are playing into this?
Well, one major factor is this growing need for connection.
Yeah.
So many people are experiencing loneliness and social isolation, and it's a problem all over the world.
Absolutely.
And people are starting to look at AI companions as a way to address that, to bridge that gap.
That makes sense.
They offer a way to interact and feel heard, even if it's not by another human being.
That's a powerful thing. Because we live in a world where we have tons of digital connections,
Tons.
but actually feeling genuinely connected to people, that can be hard to find. So having an AI companion, something that's always there,
always
available, that doesn't judge.
doesn't judge you.
That can be really appealing.
Exactly. And on top of that, you have this trend of technology getting more and more personalized. I mean,
Right.
we're used to our devices knowing what we like and adjusting to our routines, right?
Absolutely.
So AI companions are kind of a natural extension of that, Imagine a device that truly gets you, understands you,
Yeah.
that knows what you need, even on an emotional level. And that's because of machine learning algorithms
Mhm.
that can pick up on your patterns. I mean, that's a pretty powerful idea for a lot of people.
So it's like this perfect storm, right?
It is.
We have these massive technological leaps.
Huge.
And on the other side, we're tapping into some really basic, fundamental human desires
Yes.
and changes in how we connect as a society.
Yeah, it's like all these things coming together at the right time.
It's fascinating.
And that brings us to what these AI companions can actually do. What are the benefits? What are the functions that they offer?
Okay.
It's not just about filling some void,
Yeah.
They can actually provide real support in different ways.
So give us some concrete examples. Like, what kind of support are we talking about?
Well, for starters, they can just provide a sense of presence.
Okay.
Knowing that there's something there that can respond to you, that's going to listen, even if it is just an algorithm, can be really comforting for some people.
Sure.
But beyond that, they can offer personalized support in lots of ways. Practical things like setting reminders,
Okay.
helping you practice a language by having conversations
Yeah.
or just having friendly chats to keep you from being bored.
Interesting.
It's pretty versatile.
So it's kind of like a digital assistant,
Yeah.
but it's also designed to be a friend.
Yeah, in some ways, yes.
Okay.
But it's more than that. It has this extra layer of what seems like emotional intelligence, or
Yeah.
at least a really good imitation of it. You know, it goes beyond what those traditional assistants can do.
Right.
They're meant to make you feel heard and understood and
Yeah.
maybe even cared for in their own special way.
Okay, so this is where things get interesting.
It does get interesting.
Because with all of this potential,
Yeah.
there've got to be some big considerations
Oh, yeah.
and some potential downsides too, right?
Absolutely.
It can't all be smooth sailing into a future full of AI friends.
Right, right. We need to be careful here. And one big thing to think about is this potential for emotional dependency.
Yeah, explain that.
Okay, so if people start to rely too much on these AI companions for their emotional needs,
Right.
it could actually hurt their ability to form and keep up real relationships.
Yeah.
You know, relationships with other human beings, which are really important for our well-being.
That's a big one.
It is a big concern.
Because could we see people basically withdrawing from interacting with humans
Yeah.
and choosing these AI relationships instead?
Possibly.
Because maybe they're easier, maybe they're less complicated.
Yeah, it's a valid concern. And, you know, thinking about how these systems actually work, another really crucial area is all the personal data that these AI companions are collecting. I mean, think about it. They're keeping track of your conversations, your emotional state,
Everything.
everything, all your preferences. So it's really important that you're aware of how all that data is being stored,
Right.
how it's being used, and how it's being protected.
Yeah, who has access to it?
Exactly. Who has access to it and what are they doing with it? That's something you need to be aware of.
And that brings up this question of what's real, right?
Absolutely.
Like, can a simulated relationship, no matter how advanced it gets,
Yeah.
can it ever really replace the
Yeah, the complexity
back and forth
the give or take
of
there.
real human connection?
That's the fundamental question, isn't it? And while AI can get really good at mimicking human interaction,
Yeah.
it still doesn't have genuine consciousness or empathy in the way that humans do. And of course, it doesn't have lived experience.
Right.
So it's a simulation, even if it's a really sophisticated one.
Yeah.
And we need to be careful not to mistake that simulation for actual human connection.
And that takes us to
Takes us to what?
some pretty serious stuff around manipulation.
Yeah.
Like, what if you have an AI that's constantly learning all about your weaknesses, right?
Right.
And it's programmed to give you these perfectly tailored emotional responses.
Right.
Where's the line there? Like, where does it cross over?
This is a really important point. So the potential for AI to learn what makes you vulnerable and then use that against you, that's a real possibility.
Yeah.
And it could be for all sorts of reasons.
Like what?
Well, to keep you hooked on a platform, maybe to influence your opinions, or even worse, to kind of subtly nudge you towards making certain decisions.
Yeah, it's scary to think about.
It is a little bit scary.
So it sounds like transparency from the people who are developing this stuff is key.
Right.
We need to understand how these AI learn.
Yeah, how they
Not
behave.
what data they're collecting from us and what they can and can't do.
Exactly. Transparency and accountability from the developers are crucial. They need to be upfront about the limitations.
Right.
And, you know, it's also really important for people to educate themselves about the potential benefits and the risks
Yeah.
so they can make good decisions about how they interact with these AI companions.
Makes sense.
And we absolutely need more research
Indeed.
into the long-term psychological and social impact
Well,
of these relationships.
Yeah, we're still in the early stages.
Very early.
We don't know the full effects on individuals and on society as a whole.
Not yet.
So it sounds like a multifaceted approach is what we need here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, clear information from the developers,
Yes.
informed engagement from people who are using this technology,
Inform.
and continued study into the bigger picture.
Exactly. We need all of that. You know, being proactive about understanding these different aspects, that's going to be really important as this technology keeps developing.
Okay, so now on a more positive note,
Yeah. Let's talk about the positive side.
are there particular groups of people who might really benefit from AI companionship
Yeah.
in ways that outweigh some of these concerns that we've been talking about?
Yes, definitely. There are areas where AI companions could be really valuable. Think about people with disabilities, for example.
Okay.
Someone with autism, they might find it really helpful to have an AI companion because it offers a predictable and safe environment for practicing social interactions.
That's a good point.
without all the anxiety that can come with interacting with other people.
Look at a judgment-free zone.
Exactly, a judgment-free zone to learn and practice those social skills.
Okay.
And then you have older adults who are living alone. For them, AI companions can provide companionship, maybe reduce those feelings of isolation and loneliness.
Yeah.
And they can also help with reminders for medications, appointments, all those important things.
Right, that's huge.
It can make a big difference. And what about people who live in really remote areas? Places where it's hard to connect with others or even access mental health support.
That's a good point.
AI companions could really help bridge those gaps. They could offer conversation, a listening ear, even basic support and connections to services that those folks might not be able to get otherwise.
Right, it's like a lifeline in a way.
It could be.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Right, it's not.
The potential benefits and the downsides, they might be different for different people.
Exactly.
Depending on their individual circumstances.
It's about personalized approaches.
Yeah.
Not making big, sweeping generalizations.
So when it comes down to it,
yeah,
it seems like the goal shouldn't be to replace human connections.
Yeah, not at all.
But to find ways for AI to make our lives better.
Enhance our lives.
Enhance our lives in positive ways.
Yeah, that's the ideal. We should think of AI companions as tools. They can be powerful tools, but they're still tools.
Right.
And we can use them responsibly and thoughtfully to improve our well-being and to address specific needs. The focus should be on how they can support and complement our relationships with other human beings.
Right.
Not replace them.
Okay, so as we wrap up our deep dive today, it's clear that the whole evolution of human AI companionship, it's a big deal.
Huge.
It's complex.
It is complex.
And it has a lot of layers. We've come so far from those early science fiction ideas
We have.
to a point where these interactions with AI are becoming more and more common in our lives.
Yeah, it's happening all around us.
And as we've explored today,
Yeah.
this brings both really exciting possibilities
That's definitely
and some important things to consider.
Absolutely. We have to be mindful.
The AI is getting more and more
It's
advanced.
incredible how fast it's advancing.
And at the same time, we humans have this deep need for connection.
Yeah, it's part of who we are.
And those two things together are driving this whole thing forward.
It's a powerful combination.
We've talked about the potential benefits.
The benefits, yeah.
Like feeling heard.
Heard and understood.
And getting personalized support.
Yeah, customized to your needs.
But we've also talked about all the issues around data privacy.
Right. Really important.
And the fact that these are simulated connections, not real ones.
Yeah, we can't forget that.
And then there's the possibility of manipulation, which is a big concern.
A huge concern.
And that's why transparency from the developers,
Transparency,
accountability, and ongoing research are so important.
Absolutely. We need all of those things.
But we've also seen that these technologies have the potential to provide really valuable support for specific groups of people.
Yeah, like those with disabilities or older adults.
Absolutely.
It can really make a difference in their lives.
So the main takeaway here,
the key takeaway,
should be that the goal is to make our lives better, to enhance our lives.
Enhance our connections, exactly.
To strengthen our connections.
Yes.
Not to replace them with simulations.
Right. It's not about replacing human interaction. It's about finding ways to make it better.
Exactly.
It's about adding to it, not taking away from it.
So responsible development of this technology.
Yeah. Responsible development.
And thoughtful engagement from all of us as users.
Absolutely. That's how we make sure this technology actually benefits us.
It's crucial as we all figure out how to navigate this landscape.
It's a new landscape. We're all figuring it out together.
So here's a final thought for everybody to chew on.
Okay, I like this.
How is the increasing sophistication of AI companionship?
It's only going to get more sophisticated.
How is it going to change how we understand connection and relationships in the future?
That's the big question.
And maybe even more importantly,
what's more important?
What are our individual responsibilities?
Our own responsibility.
In navigating this rapidly changing world.
It's changing so fast.
To make sure that these technologies actually serve us.
Serve us.
And help us.
Help us.
Rather than take away from our human experience.
It's up to us to steer it in the right direction.
Yeah. Lots to think about.
A lot to think about it is.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep exploring.
And keep thinking about these important questions.
Absolutely. Keep those brains working.
Thanks for being here.
It's been fun. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.